Leanne, on to the question of the day now. And this morning, this is what we're asking.
Yeah, quite an interesting one. So, in light of the rising number of new COVID infections, do you think calls to move back to a higher alert level of a lockdown are justified? That's what we're asking you this morning. You've seen this weekend there have been close on 11,000 infections in one day, then 8,000, then another 8,000, and it has been quite a huge rise, we must say, in terms of the infection rate. And those are the ones that are just being reported, because right now there's still, of course, a backlog in terms of the reports of, you know, the tests that have been done. So let's get your opinion. What do you think? At Morning Live SABC, that's where you can get hold of us.
Looking forward to those. And let's move on now to the news diary. Some of the stories we'll be tracking this morning. The Commission of Inquiry into allegations of state capture is expected to hear Bosasa-related testimony from a private contractor when it resumes this morning.
An eighth suspect in the VBS Mutual Bank case is today expected to appear in the Palm Ridge Specialized Commercial Crimes Court. The suspect faces 47 charges, including fraud, money laundering, and racketeering.
And the cumulative number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in South Africa now stands at 196,750. The number of deaths now at 3,199. A total of 93,315 people have since recovered, which brings the total number of active cases to date to 100,236.
All right, here are those numbers that we usually give you. Just the 24-hour hotline, 0800 029 999, and 0600 123 456 is the WhatsApp support service.
All right, taking a look now at that the provincial increases, and this is what we've been talking about, Leanne, and our question of the day speaks to this. So the number of increases by which COVID-19 cases have increased per province: the Western Cape 1,155, Gauteng 4,031, Eastern Cape 1,487, and KwaZulu-Natal 1,162. The Northwest Province has 419 more positive cases, Limpopo 147, Mpumalanga also 147, Free State 177, and 48 new cases of COVID-19 in the Northern Cape. And just looking at the number of deaths, 2,066 in the Western Cape, 353 in Gauteng, 519 in the Eastern Cape, 183 fatalities in KwaZulu-Natal. There have been 36 COVID-19 related deaths in the Northwest Province, 10 in Limpopo, 7 in Mpumalanga, 19 in the Free State, and 6 deaths in the Northern Cape.
All right, looking at your breakdown now of the provinces, the Western Cape, 69,531. Those are the total cases there. Gauteng, look at that number. Look how fast we've caught up to the Western Cape. And I have no doubt, that by today, if not tomorrow, we would have either equaled or surpassed the Western Cape in infections. 63,404 is where Gauteng is sitting. In KwaZulu-Natal, 15,146. The Eastern Cape, 35,648. The Free State, 2,553. Limpopo, 1,706. Mpumalanga, 1,965. And the Northwest, 6,063. Finally, the Northern Cape is at 734 infections.
And then just taking a look at the past 7 days and what those figures look like, Leanne, starting there on Monday the 29th up until Sunday the 5th of July. If you look, we started there on the rate of recovery, 70,614. That has gone up to 93,315 by yesterday. Number of deaths, though, 2,529, and that was on the 29th last week. We're now up to 3,129, and infection rates 6,130 a week ago. We're now standing at 8,773.
Sure. All right, let's just quickly give you that global stats. Look at the cases worldwide. 11.4 million is the total number that's been reported. That is an increase of 212 1,000 cases. That was in a day. The World Health Organization, of course, saying that we are seeing record numbers globally of the infection rate. That is, it really is skyrocketing. Recoveries are at 6 million, which is a good number. The death toll is at 534,000 at this point. That's up 5,134. That's the cumulative amount of deaths in that have been reported over a 24-hour period. The United States still at number one. They are hovering around just below 3 million. They're at 2.93 million confirmed cases. They were up 50,445 in a day. And their death toll, unfortunately, and remember that this, of course, was the holiday weekend, a big one, the Independence Day holiday weekend for the Americans. So I think, they were very worried about this weekend, people going out and celebrating, of course. 132,000 deaths is what the US have reported. That's 273 increase. Brazil, you can still see 1.6 million. That's up 26,000. Their death toll is at 64,900. But India is now the big concern as well. They are moving fast and furiously up the ranks. So that's a big one to keep your eye on as well, is India.
Right, taking a look now at our trending topics. And first up, hashtag Angie Motshekga, and that is, of course, the Education Minister. And this, of course, after that briefing last night, the department now standing back and saying, okay, only grades 11 and 6 will be allowed back. Only the schools that are prepared and can take on grade R's to return should do so. But this, of course, an about turn from an earlier gazetted proposal that more grades actually return to school, Leanne. And many people quite unhappy with the minister and how the Department of Education is dealing with the school situation.
Yeah, no, not happy at all. I mean, if you read underneath this particular hashtag, you can see what South Africans are saying. Here's one, Sylvester. Why are you letting kids go to school? Who are these experts that always advise you? 3 kids have died from COVID-19. Hospitals are full to capacity. Why is government not listening? This is a dangerous virus. More people are dying and you don't care. Hashtag Angie Motshekga. That's just one of many tweets. Now we're hoping that we'll have the Basic Education Minister with us this hour on the program, so do stay tuned. The next training topic is Dr. Mkhize, Dr. Zweli Mkhize. I'm trying to find it. I don't know, Sakina, if you've got that one in front of you.
I certainly do, but it's also a whole lot of issues, Leanne. Naturally, the minister, of course, with the numbers, he tweeted that the numbers, of course, picking up. The surge is on the way, particularly in Gauteng, and the numbers are locking up faster than anticipated. Some of the things that the minister had shared. But again, it's all about people's response to what the ministers are currently saying. Agreeing, disagreeing with how government and the ministers are dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic at the moment.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, there's, if you just have a look, there are so many aspects. Anything that has to do with coronavirus, of course, Zweli Mkhize will come up, our health minister, of course. So, and then finally, Kanye West. Isn't this just exactly what this year is all about? It has been a crazy year. 2020, it is just, this news cycle is just, it is showing us flames. Now, the latest flame that it's brought us is Kanye West. Kanye West, there's always been rumors that he was going to, throw his hat into the nomination pool for running for the US president. Well, as of Saturday, he has officially said he will be running for the president of the United States of America. And of course, that'll make Kim Kardashian the First Lady of America. I mean, honestly, Sakina, you cannot write this script. You can't. This year, 2020, this script it's writing itself.
It certainly is. But I think people are somewhat fatigued with, just regular run-of-the-mill politics. This is why you have seen a comedian become a president.
Yeah.
We've seen DJs becoming presidents. Donald Trump, reality TV mogul businessman, he's become a president. So I don't know. I wouldn't write it off, given that the way the world is going right now.
This is
Anything
the
is
truth.
possible.
Listen, even here in South Africa, I saw a trend saying Vusi Temkhwaya also for president here in South Africa. You never know what can happen. You never know what can happen. Not saying Vusi's going for president, but that's what Twitter was saying. So Kanye West, president, that'll be the cherry on the top of 2020 in the November elections. So there you go. Okay, those are your trending topics. Should we get into the news now, Sakina?
I think rather.